Hello, and welcome to the Learning is Change list, the web series where I get to tackle all of the things that I would like to learn how to change in education with a community of reflective practice vloggers in order to create an engine for authentic learning. Today, I have the great pleasure of responding not only to Scott McLeod, but also to Angela Myers in the exact same video. They took it upon themselves to respond to the video that I put out there on what would you do as a director of blended learning, and I am incredibly humbled that they took that opportunity to do that. But I wanted to call attention to something very specific that they said, because I think it's powerful and I think it's unique.
How do you tap into the power of global networks, communities of interest, not just geography, that will make you powerful and that you also can be a contributor to?
Absolutely. So I've been saying this line all day. The smartest person in the room in the 21st century is the room. But that's only if every member in the room believes they matter and their actions count, and they're willing to contribute those. The exciting thing about the web is that you get to pick the people at your table. You get to pick the smartest, most genius, most thoughtful, most diverse minds so that what you filter is the best of the best.
There are two things that I'd like to call attention to from within this clip. The first of which is where Scott is talking about a role-alike community rather than a job-alike community. I think within education we talk about job-alike and job responsibilities and figuring out who has the same job elsewhere. But he is talking about role-alike and interest-based community. And when we start from that premise, that I can have the same role in a totally different job, that I can relate to you on a teacher-to-teacher basis, even if neither one of our jobs is a teacher, I think that is an amazing aspect, and that is really powerful when I can collaborate with you based upon the role that you are playing right now for the learners in your charge. That is going to produce some powerful results, whereas if I am only looking at other people who have a language arts English degree, or they are looking at a 7th grade math student, to me, that is a job-alike community rather than a role-alike. And if we can focus on those interest-based and role-based communities, then we get somewhere. Then we can change the conversation. So that's the thing one that I would like to change. So thing two that I'd like to change comes from what Angela was talking about, where she can pick the people at her table and learn from them. I think that's equally true for adult learners and for child learners. When we get to pick the people that we are learning from, when we get to pick the people that we would like to collaborate with and play with and create things with, then great things happen. When we just are forced into this randomized grouping, when we are forced into, I am going to work with you because you are the one that I have been chosen to work with, those elements are not a great setup. That is not a great environment for creating something new. What is a great environment is if we are able to look across and see all of the possibilities and then choose from among them. And that's not always possible, but when it is, we should pursue it. So if you think about it from the child learner perspective, if they could choose the 10 or so people that they want in their community, that they would like to have in their cohort of learners, that they will be checking in regularly with in order to see how well they are doing and they are responsible for one another, if they get to have that choice, that simple act allows for authentic engagement. It allows for them to be interested in what they are doing because they are interested and invested in the other people. If we can allow that level of choice and say, you can have all of the possibilities, not of content, because content allows us to know that next thing, to challenge ourselves, but a possibility to have more people and better people that better fit with what I would like to learn and how I would like to learn it. If I'm able to choose my cohort of learners, if I'm able to choose who is at my table, both at the adult learning and the child learning perspective, if I can do that, then I get to authentically engage with those other people because I care. And I think that's what Angela is talking about when she says, you matter. She wants everyone at that table to matter, and I think that's powerful. The last thing I would say is that everyone who watches this matters to me. You have made my learning better. You have come across my table and helped me to understand what it means to be a connected teacher and learner. So I thank you for that, and I want you to continue to feed me in the comments below, by subscribing on YouTube, by joining the Google Plus community for reflective practice vlogging. To me, those are the spaces that I'm going to be in, and I hope to see you there.